Deception. I'll be your host this evening. And we got DJ Sequence over here. If you could please give her a gracious round of applause. She's going to be holding down the decks all night. So if you decide you want some music with your piece, if you want to rap or whatever, then you can talk to her. I've also got a drum if you want a little like poetry style. We can do that too. Our featured poet up here, she is a phenomenal and inspirational woman from Kansas City. I had the privilege of meeting her and working with her through a couple different shows. We have a little kind of group called KC Consciousness. We are working on spreading the good word all over Kansas City, and she has truly been a magical person to work with. So I invite you to tune your ears to our frequency and put your hands together for Miss Tyree.
Cause in this thing we call life throughout my stripes, I write just to get that last high. And with the elevated mind, I look at all the signs that parallel my vocal lines, the outspoken kind. They're fiending for the mic, craving that passion at night. I'm having an inkgasm. The ecstasy is all I need to answer that booty call my body needs it, cause duty calls. Verbal words continue to knock on my mental walls. My thoughts are ridden with forbidden bliss, as each syllable continues to caress me with each kiss. I gotta keep it lasting to satisfy that passion I'm spazzing, cause I just had the ultimate orgasm. I'm sprung, like Warren was the White Club Jean back in the day when the Fugees put hip-hop in the soulful place. So next time my right hand begins to twitch, cause it got that itch, I know that there's only one thing that can scratch it: my poetic practice. That's why I'm going to continue to make that orgasm happen. Woo! Welcome. How are we doing tonight? It's good to be here. On behalf of Poetry Slur, I want to say welcome, and I really appreciate the fact that everyone is here tonight. My name is Tyree, aka Miss Tyree, the poetess, and tonight I want to take everyone on a journey, and it's called Real Life Lessons. I don't use poetry for recognition. I don't care about winning competition. It's impossible for competition to rank the quality of what I say by what you want me to say. You can't categorize me with these scores of the human opinion. My mind is on a higher mission, and limitation, I dismiss it. For the sky is not the limit for me. I surpass galaxies and reconstruct mindsets with this anointing. Never claim to be the best, but with each performance you better believe I put my best foot forward for this higher purpose. So me using poetry for a personal gain is worthless. I don't use poetry for recognition, cause these poetic messages were inscripted to send, so that minds can decode the true meaning behind my lesson. I reckon it's impossible to mute me, cause these verbs, they speak volumes spiritually, for better or for worse. For if I was cursed without the ability to speak, I would develop telepathic abilities and channel you to hear me, plus minds will become my besties. And if I lost my ability to write, I will recite these words like Vicky, no paper, no pen, just the memory drive from within. I will become my own word processor, except my words will be processed as spoken. I'm focused, I was made for this, I pledge this mic. Never been a Fantasia type to get caught up in the hype of being a celebrity locally, cause I'm the estimated dream girl, turned woman with a fierce drop that dead weight to create longevity, so no, I don't need competition, because I was already a winner before I was in it. And if you didn't know by now, just check my stats from the beginning. Come see me. That was that piece. I would like to ask for a little bit of help tonight. Got your drums for me?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. Why won't you open your eyes and see what's in front of you? It's called space and opportunity. The opportunity to pursue and choose that love you said you wanted, because I said I embody all of the qualities you deem necessary in your future wife. See, I can be that homegirl that you can watch an NFL football game with, or I can play the role of a lioness that needs to be tamed, but better yet, I can be that better half that gives you more support every day. But to you, I'm invisible. And yet I'm visible enough for you to see me from the sidelines. Well, I'm tired of being your total bitch woman, because my God created me with a main ingredient, and it's called star quality. But I can only blame me, because as a free agent, it was my decision to turn down the other teams, all because I was in my feelings. But really, is it worth it? Because frankly, I'm tired. I'm tired of waiting on the day that you'll come to your senses. I'm tired of picking up the pieces when the mother chicks leave you defenseless. I'm tired of settling for that role we call friendship zone, and before long I will move on. So I would advise you to open up your eyes and see what's in front of you before it is too late. Because I've been invisible for too long, but that's all because I denied the ugly truth. Listen, if a man loves you, he will make the first move, chase you down to the ends of the earth if he choose you. And it's been long overdue for me to let go and let God, because no matter how hard you try to change for a person, you can never, ever, ever force that person to fall in love with you. That's that piece. You guys, can you please give him another round of applause for me? Thank you, Mr. Vaughn. I appreciate that. Have you ever, I said, have you ever felt like you was alone in this world? And the only thing that people around you saw was a happy person. See, every day was a struggle for me to cover up the unhappiness I had. Constantly strategizing to pretend so that others could see signs, vulnerable signs that displayed that level of emptiness within me. Y'all, Satan had a chain of depression around my heart. He filled my head with suicidal thoughts, bounded my hands and feet with fear, clouded my dreams with defeat, covered my esteem with ugliness, and then he locked me up with the key called emptiness. And I couldn't even tell my days from the night, because all I could think was, Lord, why me? But my God said that that was just the beginning, because the spirit of discernment told me to write to turn my depression into a confession. Read about the book of Job so that I'll know that my life is a blessing. And then he said, my child, fear is not of the Lord, so use this pen to conquer your fear of expression. Use this pad to teach those about your real life lessons. Use your gift of speech to teach those that are out of my reach. No need to use fancy metaphors to relate to the lost souls in the streets, because my child, your words were destined to help those that never stepped foot in the open it might seem. Cause the tongue is powerful. So powerful that it can change lives, I know, because it changed mine, and I am the happiest that I have ever been in my life. Cause I'm turning my trials and tribulations into living testimonies. So I'll continue to write for the fatherless children that feel alone. I'll continue to show society that we've been friends with ignorance for too long. But most of all, I'll continue to write so that others can learn how to do right from my wrongs. For the record, I feel that every person in this room has a story to tell. And it's very, very important as people. We have to have the strength to tell our stories, because you never know who you can help along the way. So with that being said, this next piece is very personal to me. It's basically about my life story. And it's called Bastard Child. To them, I was a nobody. Just another ghetto child. Underprivileged circumstances is what they saw. Don't you know that before I was even born, they said that I was conceived through deception. Therefore, the value of my life was lessened. They said that my daddy was a married man that liked new pussy, and that my mama had low self-esteem, therefore she wasn't choosing. And to them, she was a disgrace. And Jezebel was her nickname. And all the while, I was her bastard child, ignored by my sperm donor, destined to accept my fatherless fate. To them, I was invisible, because my beauty wasn't visual. They said that by the age of 13 that I would run the streets, and if you ask them why, they will tell you that I will be corrupted by the crazy shit that happened in my life. Shootouts, beatdowns, drugs and abuse are all of the 4 instances that filled my youth. This right here is my personal truth. If y'all only had a clue about half of the shit that I've been through. Because by the age of 7, my sibling began selling dope so that he could buy us all some school clothes. By the age of 10, I saw my mama get beat down by a grown-ass man. Night after night, I've witnessed fist fights. I couldn't sleep for fear that he would beat me. Verbal insults were a part of my reality. And my grades at school didn't survive. Therefore, teachers felt that my work to them had died. To them, I wasn't supposed to survive. To them, I was just another girl that would flop like a bird like all the other fast girls. By the ages 13, I've already seen a drive-by. The evidential stains for blood wounds were on my mother's living room floor. The trauma from that shit alone was hard for me to ignore. And by the age of 16, I knew what embarrassment felt like. It happened when my high school classmate told me that she saw my sibling hit the crack pipe. I already knew what crack smelled like because he smoked it in a room next to mine, and evidential remains from his high were found in my bathroom from time to time. Never had a dime because some drugs stole what was mine. To them, I was just a bastard child. They said that I would quit school and become a young single mother like all the others. Well, I say, call me a bastard child all you want, because it was my God that wanted me to go further. And throughout this chaotic lifestyle, it was my mama that prayed for this bastard child. So for those of you that call my mama a Jezebel, fuck you. Because it was her strength and ambition that got us all through. She never allowed any one of us to make any type of an excuse, because excuses are monuments of nothing that build bridges that lead to nowhere, and those who use them are incompetent and masters of nothing. So when my grades at school slipped up, she beat my ass, made me go to class aside from from the 2 jobs she had, she still studied with me so that I could pass. Now they said that a bastard child is not supposed to be this proud. Well, I say that shit to Alice Faye Thomas, a black queen unlike no other. Cause what they don't know is by the age of 13, college was already embedded in me. And it was she that taught me never to settle for a no good ass man. So here ye, a bastard child. African American female, 27 years old, no kids, has a degree, only black female manager in her company in KC, blessed beyond her means, my God, that is me. So all the while I continue to smile, because they never could determine the destiny of this bastard child. So to them I say, stick a quarter in your ass because you just played yourself. A woman has the power to determine the value of myself. Lesson. If I can get through it, no matter what your circumstances are, you can do it too. Never ever ever allow no man or woman tell you what you can and cannot do. Cause I am living proof. Just take this as a lesson from my innermost truth. Before I was conceived, because my God imprinted my spirits. It's called destiny, and it's bigger than you and me. See, I've been stabbed in the back so many times I started having dreams about box cutters. But unfortunate for them, their attempts to break me down only made me break out like an epidemic in a third world country. Everybody tried to fight it, but they couldn't resist it. Destiny. Cause no success is without struggle. So understand why each hurdle has been crafted into my own personal step. How else was I supposed to get to the next level? So that I can step out to see their underlying disses, this competitions and this misses become my ammunition. That's why I continue to press. I'll press. Like a needle on a dress, get it wrapped up. I'll press my way. No matter how many times my name is skipped on your open mic list in a bigger attempt to keep your spotlight over your eyes, honey. Nobody is trying to steal your shine. For I am only a vessel. This talent is God's like destiny. For I can speak in front of a crowd of 20 or 2. It doesn't matter. As long as I've been heard, I've sown a seed to use. For you cannot stop God's destiny. For I was predestined to tread over the demons and serpents in my life. So before you attempt to stop something that was predestined, I would advise you to think twice. Because every single person in this room has a destiny that they had to fulfill in this life. But the difference between me and most people is that I already knew mine before I had a mind. Because before I was conceived, my God told my spirit that he wanted me to shine so that I can bring hope and spit life into the dreams of others. Use this poetry to speak in tongues and inspire life from the lines that leave my lungs. For it is my destiny. I was predestined. You can't stop me because it's meant to be.
Isn't she fabulous? Wow. My name is Miss Conception. I'll be your host this evening. And we got DJ Sequence over here. If you could please give her a gracious round of applause. She's going to be holding down the decks all night. So if you decide that you want some music, go like poetry style, we can do that too.